Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi and let's dream about beauty. In today's video I have for you my Shop My Stash, where I go through the products that I've had in my last Shop My Stash and tell you what I think of them, and then we shop my stash for my new products. If this is something you're interested in watching, then just stay tuned. Okay, so let's go through the eyeshadow palettes first. I had the Paris Edit Viseart, and this is what it looks like. I was pretty happy with the look I got from it. It's very soft and romantic. I don't think that you're going to get a whole lot of different sorts of looks out of this, but still it's pretty nice for, I would say, especially for bridal makeup, it would be really nice. Okay, and then we had the ColourPop Making Mauves palette. That's what that looks like, and I used this once. I was pretty happy with the look I got out of it. Nice monochromatic palette, which I love because I like doing monochromatic looks. And then I had the BH Cosmetics Zodiac Leo palette, and today's look is from this palette. So it is a warm toned palette with a pop of blue. So I've got that pop of blue down underneath here, and then the warm tones on my eyes. Then we had Shake Your Pom Poms. This is from Too Faced. This is what it looks like, and this is a nice little palette. Great for travel, great for basic looks. And I have these two huge palettes, the Best Life 1 and the Best Life 2. I'm not going to open them up just because they are really messy to open up, and they have plastic inserts that fall all over the place. And then the last one that I had in my Shop My Stash was the Galaxy Chic palette, and this is what it looks like. And I was only able to get around to using it once. It's been in my Shop My Stash for a couple of rotations now, and I am going to keep it in for another rotation just because I really haven't used it as much as I want to. Okay, then for highlighters I had the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dream Glow Kit. And that's what that looks like. And I liked this. It's a bit glittery. So if you don't like glitter in your highlighter, you won't like this. And then I had the Pat McGrath. What is this called? This is the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio Highlighter Palette. And I used these two shades here. I did not use that one. This one gives you kind of a pinky tone, and this one is more of a golden yellow. And I prefer the pink. Then for blush, I had the Dior, what is this called? Dior Color Awakening Universal Blush Natural Healthy Glow in pink. And this is what it looks like. That's funny. I thought all this time that this was a clear lid and then you could just see the blush, but now I realize there's a mirror and it's just, this is just a design. Oh, silly me. Then I had, what else did I have for blush? Oh, I had the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Oh, I got powder all over this. What is this called? Blush Trio in the color Pink Passion. So that's what that looks like. And I really, really liked this. Then I had the NARS matte bronzer in the shade Laguna. I like this, but it's really easy to overdo it. In fact, I feel like my bronzer is a little heavy today, and that's why I went and used this. And you have to really be careful to not go in too heavy. And then I had my matte milk makeup matte bronzer stick. I didn't get to use this as much as I wanted, and I really like it. It's really fun using cream products. And then I used for foundation, I used the Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. And this is what it looks like. And I like this, but I find that it doesn't wear very well. As the day progresses, I get really shiny and it starts to look a little bit cakey. So I know Jen from Jen Jackson's channel commented that it's a bit heavy, and I'm going to agree with her that it is a bit heavy. But I can see that maybe in the winter time it might be something that I would prefer. And then for primer, I had the Pore Refiner Primer, which I really like, and the Lorac Pro Skin Matte Primer, which I'm still forming an opinion on. I'm not sure what I think of that one yet. Then, oh, and the other foundation I had is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self Refreshing. My So-Called Life 1977 has a term that she calls things a church foundation, which is a foundation that will last for about the time that you would attend a church service. And I would say that this is a church foundation. It looks so beautiful on the skin when you first put it on, but if you're oily, it's going to show through and you're going to get shiny. Although it doesn't break down too much, but you're definitely going to need to touch up. But just for the sake of the fact that it looks so pretty from the start, it's, I think, a worthwhile foundation. Then for powder, I have, this is not Becca, this is the Fenty powder in lavender for under the eyes. It's great for brightening the under eye area, and it doesn't look too drying, so I'm really happy with this. Probably going to keep it in the Shop My Stash for another rotation to use under the eyes because I really like it. This IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Blurring Translucent Powder. It's okay, but it's not, I mean, I know a lot of people really like, wow, it's so great, and then I just don't see that. In fact, I prefer the Too Faced Peach Powder, if I'm going to be honest. And then also I have the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. So this is what this looks like. And I think it's kind of meant to be a touch-up powder. It says Pore Blurring and Mattifying Face Powder. And I didn't get a chance to use this as much as I wanted to, so I'm going to keep this in the rotation for another week. Or another, usually I do like 2 to 3 weeks. So, yeah. So anyhow, that's everything. I think everything else is just in, that I have here is Project Pan and just everyday items that I don't really need to talk about. So yeah, and I didn't pull any lipsticks last time. I'm not going to pull any lipsticks this time. I just like to use the lipsticks as I go because I'm not really sure what looks I'm going to do. So anyhow, let's go shop my stash. Okay, so starting on the top shelf, I'm going to pull my Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer in the shade Tantastic. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to pull my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and that's what that looks like. Okay, now just looking down a little bit at powders, I'm going to pull the Fenty Beauty Butter powder. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Butter. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to pull my Peach Perfect because I like it so much. Okay, now looking down here, we've got, this is sort of individual eye products. There's glitters, these are my Makeup Geek glitters, loose glitters, liquid eyeshadows, and then in this one, there are just individual eyeshadows. So those are single eyeshadows packaged up, and then also my Kaja bento, what do they call this? I don't remember. I'm trying to see it, but I can't see it. Anyhow. I just pull these as I want. I've got 2 blushes here because I'm running out of room. Okay, let's get you set up for highlighters. Okay, so here's my 2 bins full of highlighters. I think I'm going to use the Madison Miller Ofra highlighter. This one is in the shade Moon Dance. I maybe recently used it, I don't remember. I'm going to pull the Covent Garden. This is Ofra X Talimar highlighter. I'm going to pull my Benefit Cookie highlighter. This looks a lot like the Moon Dance one, so I'm going to see if it's a dupe. So 3 highlighters should be good. Okay, as you can see, my blush drawer is completely overflowing. I can't fit anything else in there, but I'm not going to take anything from here because I've got some in other places that I'm going to use. I pulled 2 bronzers. Do I want another one? Yes, I'm going to pull this Milani bronzer. This is in the shade Sunkissed. It's the second lightest shade. I think Sun Light is the lightest one. This is a good contouring shade as well. Okay, so here we are over in the corner, and I am going to pull, So those are all, you can see those, oops, right here, those are all my eye pencils, some lip pencils, eyebrow pencils. These are a collection of sort of ABH, Stila, I see some Urban Decay in there, some Pretty Vulgar. So I think I'm going to pull the Carly Bible palette. Had to reach for that. So let's have a look and see what it looks like. So there it is right there, a Carly Bible palette. I really want to play around with that top row. Okay, so moving over here, we have one of my ABH palettes, Natasha Denona Hourglass, and I'm going to pull my new Jouer palette. This is Jouer Be a Legend Champagne and Macarons. Macaron, I don't know how to pronounce that. This is what it looks like. I showed it to my mom and she dug her nail right in there in that highlighter shade. I was like, no! I'm also going to pull this BH Cosmetics Vanilla Strawberry Blush. Vanilla Strawberry Truffle. That's what it looks like. Okay, so in this little area, I'm going to pull these 2 blushes. They're from the Disney Princess Collection. This one is Enchanted Mirror. So So that's pretty. And this one is Floating Lights. Very nice cool tone blush. So I really like that. So I'm gonna have lots of blushes to pick from. Okay, so in here, this is where we have to go to get foundation. Honestly, I'm running out of space for all of my stuff. I'm thinking of getting some IKEA drawers. Okay, so that's my foundation, and I'm going to pull, well, the Juvia's Place, they're new. I'm going to pull my Lancome, because it's new. Sorry, did I show you these two as well? I wasn't sure if you were in frame or not, or if I was in frame, sorry. And then also I haven't used my double wear in a long time. I've got two different shades. Because I have a hard time, I'm kind of neutral, but I have a hard time deciding if I'm more warm toned or cool toned. So you can see I've got two different, one is warm, one is cool, and then I can sort of make a custom mix. Okay, so there is the top shelf of all my, this is where I keep mostly my eyeshadow palettes on this set of shelves here. So there's ColourPop down there, Morphe in the back at the bottom, BH Cosmetics, some Huda Beauty, Jeffree Star. My singles are there, and here is a Too Faced Natural Lust, Juvia's Place, and we've got some Urban Decay, Pat McGrath. Sorry, please focus. And then at the top, it's just a whole selection of several different ones. Okay, so from here, I'm going to pull the Pure Festival palette. This is new. I got it in BoxyCharm. And that's what it looks like. And then in addition to that, I'm not going to pull anything from here. Let's move over a little bit. I'm going to pull the Pure X Barbie. Haven't really used this one too much, if ever, so give that one a try. Looks very pretty and smells nice. Okay, and then way down at the bottom I've got a Huda Beauty. This is the warm brown. And I'm going to put this one in my Shop My Stash. Not really my color scheme of choice, but I'd like to give it a try. Then there's also the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, of course. We're almost on to Virgo now. So here is the Virgo palette. Very pretty. If you remember seeing the Leo one, it's neutral with a pop of green, blue. This one is neutral with a pop of green. So that will be fun to use. And then I'm going to pull the Tartist Pro. that's what that one looks like. So pretty. I'm excited to try these kind of berry, cranberry type shades. And since we'll be heading into September, it's probably going to be good for fall, so. Okay, so I think we're good for eyeshadow palettes. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's look at the finished Shop My Stash. Okay, so that's everything that I'm going to use for the next probably 2 to 3, 4 weeks. I'm not pulling any lippies because I like to just shop as I go, and I'm not going to pull any concealers because I've got my Project Pan concealer, and plus I'm just going to pull as I go as well. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Time is our most precious resource, and when you spend a little bit of your time with me, I really appreciate it. I hope wherever in the world you are, you're healthy, you're happy, you're well. I'd like you to consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Activate the notification bell, comment down below, and maybe a thumbs up. That's it from me for today. Take care. Bye-bye.